Here we are. It's time to do drywall. This is future me, obviously. I've already got a little bit of this done, but this video is going to be the process of putting up some drywall in here. It turns out it's very hard to get the drywall up here into this space. I've got a few little clips of me and my buddy Steve just trying to get it up here. It's basically one sheet at a time, and you have to have it like at this perfect angle to make it up the stairs. It's a mess. It kind of sucks, but it's doable. So this is going to be interesting. The ceiling up here is not perfect. The spacing of the joists and stuff it's off a little bit in some spaces, so I've already run into a few spots where it's just going to be interesting. I'm going to have to improvise a little bit of this, but here we go. Drywall. Oh, that sucked. I've got an assortment of these special drywall screw attachment things for a drill. I got a couple different ones. I guess I'll try these out and see which one works better, or if they work at all, I guess. Got two pieces of drywall up. First wall. It's not perfect, but it ain't going anywhere. And it'll be easy to fix with some trim, but it's smooth, it's flat. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's move on to, I think I'm gonna try the ceiling next. I could go over and do this other wall over here, but I really wanna try the ceiling, so we're gonna try and figure that out. Well, this is kind of lame. I knew this is probably going to be an issue, but the spacing on the rafters is not perfect. So on this side of this sheet of drywall, you can see the rafter goes, you know, it follows right down the middle of that rafter. But over here, got a big old gap. And it's barely touching the rafter. So I'm probably going to be dealing with a bit of that through this whole project, but it shouldn't be too bad to where I can't get it done, but it's just going to be kind of annoying. I got one piece left here for this side of the ceiling, and then I'm going to have to get creative with filling in some of these gaps. So the next thing I'm going to attempt here is this first middle piece that'll go right up in here, that area. I've already kind of sized it up, cut it out, cut the hole for my light. It should go right up there, no problem. I'm sure it's going to be super easy to do by myself. But let's see. I'll probably set up a time lapse or something, and we'll see how this goes. I finally get to permanently install one of my lights here. Well, I mean, not permanently. I still gotta paint all this, but somewhere up in here is the cable. Ah, bright. Boom. Check that out. Cool. Just gotta do this one. All right, I'm having no luck getting this piece up here, so I put a little cheater block up here. I just screwed a 2x4 up here with just enough room to set the drywall on top of it. So that'll hold up that end while I get the rest of it in place. Hopefully that'll make this a little easier. Progress update. Got the middle part of the ceiling put up. Lights are installed. This whole side of the room is up here. It definitely needs a little bit of massaging and some filler and probably some trim pieces here and there, but it's up there at least. Ooh, yeah, that's a bad gap right there. That's gonna take some mud, but it'll be fine. I can fix all that. I just got to work on this side. Something interesting is happening here, and this is the kind of thing you don't really even notice unless you really check for it until you start putting up drywall or something with very straight edges on it. But so look along the top edge of the drywall. It's pretty even right across the top of this header, the beam here, even spacing. So the top of this is flat, you would think, but if we look over here on the side, look at that. So something here is definitely not level. We're gonna find out what. Well, it turns out this entire wall is actually leaning in a little bit. You can see there my level going up this beam. It's right on the edge down here, but as we go up, it's off by half inch maybe, which, I mean, I guess I kind of expected to find things like this. I kind of wonder if the other side is the same. I don't think the other side is the same way because that side butted up pretty easily. But yeah, this particular corner of the house is just off by a bit. So that down there is going to have to be just filled in or covered up with trim or something, but that's just how it's going to fit, unfortunately. These old houses just are not straight. But, well, I guess we'll just work around it. right, one room sort of got at least the walls and the ceiling done. Just gotta still change out these two windows and then do a little bit more insulation, and the drywall can go up on that side. And then I can start working my way that way. But it came out pretty good. Some of these seams are a little iffy, but that's because the joists and the walls are also very iffy. But some of them came out really good. Like that one's not bad at all, but I'm pretty happy with it. There's gonna be some trim up here on the ceiling that's gonna be covering up some of this, so I wasn't too worried about getting it perfect. That's why there's some big old gaps up there. But this one, I don't know, this one's gonna be tough to fix. I might have to actually put a small strip of drywall in here or something to fill that in, but it's coming along. I almost got a room done here. This room is just about wrapped up. Got all the walls, ceiling done. These walls are done. Well, I mean, not done, they gotta be finished, but there'll be a door there. This, I'm just gonna get creative and have some sort of, I don't know, something to go into the closet, but at least we got walls now. I took this out to the garage to cut it. I even made a line. And then I forgot to actually make the cut before I brought it up here, so I didn't need to squeeze that big of a sheet up here. I was supposed to cut a whole foot off the top of it before I brought it up here, but I guess now I'm gonna make that cut now. I feel bad, but I get so wrapped up in some of these projects that stuff like this ends up being my lunch. That's not good. Here is another day's progress. This side's slowly coming together. I'm out of drywall now, so I gotta go pick up more. Otherwise I'd probably keep going, but I think this is gonna be it for today. All right, I got the closet just about done. I left this section. I was gonna finish this off, but I decided to leave it open because I'm still gonna have to get a couple full sheets of drywall in here to line the inside of this closet. So I left this open just to be able to facilitate getting those in there. And this room hasn't changed. This is all pretty much the same for right now. But I think I need 16 or 17 more sheets to kind of finish this off. But for right now, I think that's gonna do it. My back is getting pretty sore from lifting these things up and putting them on the ceiling. I probably shouldn't be doing this by myself, but whatever, I can get it done. So I think that's going to be it for today. Probably go with Becky to pick up some more drywall, maybe tonight. Maybe I'll convince her to do that after dinner or something. But I've been having her help me at least load the drywall into the trailer, and then I take care of the rest of it from there. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Be back at this again probably tomorrow. We'll see how my back feels. I think I've got maybe 2 more full days of messing around up here, and I'll have it all drywalled, and then we can get to the point where we start mudding, taping, sanding, painting, you know, the fun stuff. A guy I worked with was interested in the pool table that was down here, so he hired a company that comes over and moves pool tables. So now there's no more pool table down here. There's a lot more room. So this space could be used for something. I don't know what, but I can come up with something, I'm guessing. But that was not easy to get out of here. They had to wedge that pool table up through this little opening at the top of these stairs and out the door, and it just barely fit. We nicked the wall over there a little bit, but that's fine because those walls are being refinished anyway. But I'm gonna switch gears here for a minute, and I'm gonna install 2 new windows that I picked up. I think it's I can't avoid this anymore. I just need to get this done. So it's like 22 or something degrees outside right now, and it's gonna suck to have to open these up, but hopefully I can do it really quickly and not let too much of the heat out. Just a couple things. I gotta get these old pulleys out of the way. These things will be in the way of the window sliding in there, but those are just held in by a couple screws, so I'm gonna pop those out. All right, we got some decent acrylic latex caulk here. It's weatherproof, indoor, outdoor use. It's for paint projects, so it's paintable. I'm not gonna be painting it, but at least it is clear, so nobody will even know it's there. But I need to basically take this window back out of here and then put a bunch of this around where the old trim pieces used to be, just because there's some nail holes and stuff that I don't want water to get into. So I'm gonna do that now. A little bit of a before and after. I got this one all shimmed and leveled and ready to go. Can see, I guess, why I wanted to get rid of these old windows, other than the fact that you can basically just feel the wind coming straight through them. These ones should be a little more insulated. And I mean, look at this, you can actually open them. So that's always a plus. Not that the old ones didn't open, but it just was not nearly as easy, and they didn't want to stay open. And eventually someone's going to need to put an air conditioning unit here, and I don't trust that to hold any weight. So let's swap out the other one, and then we'll have 3 new windows, because I've already done this one. So we'll have all new windows up here. There we go. 2 new windows. Feels a lot less breezy in here already. Glad I decided to do that. got all the ceiling pieces up with all the lights installed, except for this one piece here by the chimney. I gotta fill that in, but there we go. That part's done at least. Now I just gotta fill in the rest. Got this wall finished up. There's a couple spots I'm not super proud of, like that one, but it's pretty good. A lot of the area around the window here, that'll all be hidden by a piece of trim that'll go around the whole thing. So that'll all be nice and neat when I'm done. I'm realizing now I may have put my outlet a little too close to that, but I don't know, I'm just gonna figure out a way to work around that. I'm sure it'll be fine, but there we go. And just in case nobody ever hears from me again and I end up murdered, there's this car outside that has been chilling out here for like too long. I'm not sure what's going on, but a little bit suspicious. Time to get a door. Ha! Just barely, but it made it. And look at that, we got a door. Officially a bedroom. Ooh, gonna have to put a stopper, otherwise that's gonna ruin the ceiling there. I wonder if I could just put something on the floor that'll stop the door right there. Yep. Already an issue, but hey, look, a door. I did not think it was possible, but it is possible to fit a full sheet, 4x8 of drywall up through this space by yourself if you really need to. It was not easy. I had to bend myself in half to do it, but it's up here. I'm gonna try and put this up by myself. This is gonna be tricky. There's gonna be a full sheet going right across here. That one there to be exact. And my plan here is to take the sheet and set it on top of this ladder. It'll slide, should fit right in here. I put my sweater on here just to kind of protect it from the sharp edges, but I'm gonna try and lay it down in there, prop it up, screw it in place. We will see if this works out or not. place is starting to look very different when you come up the stairs compared to what it was. Maybe let me see if I can find a clip of when I got started and throw it in here just to show the comparison. But I think we're really starting to make some progress now. I knew it would get to a point one day where it just like a whole lot happened all at once. I think we've finally gotten there. Got almost all the ceiling done. That whole bedroom over there is pretty much done. Even have a door now. And Becky started doing a lot of the taping and mudding in here today, so this will get paint pretty soon, and then a bunch of trim pieces, and then I'm going to build a cool surround for the windows there. And this bedroom will almost be done. I do still need to install a new baseboard heater down here along the floor, and there's also going to be a baseboard heater out here, down here along this floor once all this stuff's out of the way, but that's what will provide heat up here. Although right now it's 59 degrees up here with no heat. So it actually stays pretty warm up here even with no heaters whatsoever, but we definitely got to have heat up here. This is going to be the last part I'm going to do above the stairs, just because I am not sure how I'm going to need some help. I definitely can't do this by myself, getting these pieces up here, because I'll need to have probably somebody on a ladder, somebody standing up here holding stuff. This is going to be the trickiest part for sure. But then I just got to do this wall. I already started putting some new framing in here to actually attach the drywall to, because there's a bunch of studs, just like you can see where there were nails. Now they're just missing. So I got to put some structure back in this thing to actually hang some insulation and then drywall from. But yeah, I'll probably, it's Christmas weekend right now. It's currently Saturday. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I think we're doing a dinner thing tomorrow, so I probably won't really have much time to come over here and work on this tomorrow, but then Monday I'll be back all day, and hopefully we'll get this wrapped up. Well, this should be the last time we ever see these old windows again. I just stuck them back in the little crawl space there. They will just live there forever. Ugh, my measurement was off by about an inch on this one. I'm gonna have to trim this off to be able to push it up in here. That was not an easy piece to get in there. Another little update. Look, there's a ceiling up here now. Just need to get some lighting fixtures up here. But I've only got one unfinished wall now, and it's this guy. That'll be the last one to get done. But just look at this. All drywalled. It feels nice and open up here now. Got ourselves a bedroom and another living space. This will probably be some sort of office area for whoever ends up living here, or just a extra loft space. This part here was super fun. I had Becky over here helping me. Dexter helped put up the last one too. It took all three of us, but we finally got these up. That was the part I was looking forward to the least in this whole project, but there we go. I haven't framed this in just because I've been stashing stuff in there. I'm going to finish framing that right now, put my last piece of drywall there, and that'll kind of finish that whole side out. And then I've just got to do some extra framing here. I need to put in some 2x4s in here where they're missing, just so I've got something to attach drywall to. But then I need to insulate and foam around the window, get everything buttoned up. But yeah, it's really coming together now. Here is the final look. A lot of these large seams you see here up in the ceiling and everything, those are going to be covered up by big trim pieces, crown molding type of deals. That's why those are still open like that. We've already started mudding and taping. A lot of the parts that you'll actually see that'll get painted. All the drywall on here is done. And I just finished up that far wall there. There's no mud or anything on it yet. But there it is. I kind of used up a bunch of my scrap pieces, so it's kind of hodgepodge together, but it'll smooth out pretty nicely. But now it's just time to get down to mudding and taping and painting, which we've already started in here, as you can see. This is going to be an access door to get into the awesome little crawl space here. It's pretty spooky in there. But that's what that is. The other crawl space on that side will actually be accessed through the back of the closet, just so it's hidden a little better. But yeah, that is about the end of the drywall. I need to do something creative right up here around the chimney, just in this spot. There's going to be some decorative trim around here that'll stick out quite a bit, that'll cover up a lot of the gaps, but not that big of a gap. So I'll probably fill that in with something. But yeah, here's a look at the end of the drywall, hopefully. Unless I need to take anything down and redo it for any reason, but I don't see that being something that I will have to do. I got this whole wall insulated behind here that you could probably see in some of the time lapse. Also just done with scrap pieces of insulation that I had, so it's not perfect, but it is it's all packed in there. So last thing I need to do is get some foam in some of the little spaces around the window here, because you can feel some cold air still coming through there. But we're almost all sealed up tight up here. It is very different than when we started. Just for fun, let's throw another before right in here. And this is what it looked like beforehand. Here's the new bedroom. Before looking this direction and the after. It's been fun, but this is going to be the end of the drywall video. Next video is just going to be the paint part of this. I might split off the paint and the trim work, because there's going to be a lot of trim work. There's going to be crown molding going in every single one of these cracks here that you see, covering those up. It's kind of a cheater way of doing drywall, but hey, it's a rental house. So But yeah, I think I'm going to end this video off here. The drywall has been fun. Hopefully this video is not like an hour long, but it might be. I'm going to go home and get some rest. Tomorrow I'll be back to start doing some more mudding.